At my 60th birthday dinner, after I'd spent $15,000 on the finest wine and steak for 40 people, my son, Julian, stood up, laughed in my face, and told the entire room I was nothing but an obsolete ATM. He thought he was about to inherit my $12 million portfolio that night. What he didn't know was that I had already moved every cent to a trust he couldn't touch. My name is Arthur Sterling. I spent 40 years building a real estate empire from a single studio apartment. I'm 65 now, and I always planned for my legacy to go to my only son. Subscribe to Betrayal Files right now, because what I did next will show you why you should never mistake kindness for weakness. I raised Julian with everything, but greed turned him into a monster. I paid for his Ivy League tuition, his $2 million penthouse in Manhattan, and even his failed startup ventures. But as I got older, Julian became cold. He stopped calling unless he needed a wire transfer. The breaking point came when I overheard him on a hot mic at the restaurant, telling his friends he was just waiting for the old man to kick the bucket so he could sell my company and move to Dubai. He even had a lawyer drafting papers to declare me mentally unfit just to seize control of my assets early. I didn't get angry. I got even. I called my longtime attorney and spent 3 weeks restructuring my assets in total secrecy. I created an irrevocable charitable trust. On the night of the confrontation, when Julian handed me those incapacity papers with a smirk, I handed him a folder of my own. I showed him my bank balance. $0. I had donated his entire inheritance to a foundation for underprivileged students. I left him exactly $1 in the main account, just so he couldn't legally contest the will later. The look of pure terror on his face as he realized his penthouse was being foreclosed the next day was worth more than the $12 million. Today, Julian is working as a junior clerk, finally learning the value of $1. As for me, I'm writing this from a villa in Marbella, surrounded by true friends who don't care about my wallet. Remember, living well is the best revenge. If you think Julian got what he deserved, hit that like button and subscribe to Betrayal Files for more stories of justice.